rather interesting note. For the first time, a president is facing impeachment as he runs for re-election. Remember, in the cases of Clinton and Nixon, they were in their second terms. Well, tonight, top Democratic candidates are gathering in Los Angeles. That's ahead of their next debate. And Ed O'Keefe reports impeachment is very much on their minds.
Tomorrow night, some of them will battle it out on the debate stage here in California. But today, the Democratic presidential candidates agree on impeaching President Trump.
The fact pattern is clear. He uses public office for his own personal good.
The evidence is very clear. This president violated his oath of office.
The calls for impeachment began in April with Senator Elizabeth Warren after the release of the Mueller report.
When the president engages in this kind of activity, then it's time for impeachment.
One by one, her opponents jumped on board. Former Vice President Joe Biden, Mr. Trump's target for an investigation in Ukraine, was the last to do so.
Donald Trump has violated his oath of office, betrayed this nation, and committed impeachable acts.
Our polls show Democratic voters overwhelmingly support impeaching the president, but they want to hear more about beating him. Democrats also want their candidates to talk about the issues like health care, climate change, and jobs.
We cannot simply be consumed by Donald Trump, because if we are, you know what? We're going to lose the election.
Bernie Sanders is one of 5 candidates who are also senators. They would have to be in Washington for an impeachment trial, taking them off the campaign trail in the weeks just before voting begins.
If my constitutional duty requires me to be in Washington for this incredibly important moment in our country's history, I will be there.
So, Ed, that's such an interesting point because Iowa is February 3rd, New Hampshire February 11th. What will these senators do if they have to be in Washington? How will they keep the momentum going in their campaigns?
Yeah, Nora, this is a really unique situation. We've never really seen a presidential campaign this late in the cycle sort of shoved aside by something going on in Washington. The senators who are running for president say they're considering all sorts of things, possibly holding something like telephone town halls each night after the trial is held, and they're vowing to get out of Washington and back on the campaign trail as soon as they can. None of those senators are planning to skip the trial. That means that candidates like Joe Biden and Pete Buttigieg, who are enjoying strong support in Iowa and New Hampshire, might be able to watch the trial on their own out there, a potentially big advantage. Nora?
Really interesting, Ed. Thank you so much.